Y'all know her name? So please welcome your host, Leah. If you keep rewriting the same message 12 times before you send it, avoiding follow up because you don't want to bother anybody, and posting vague content because you're scared someone might realize that you sell something, your problem might not be your strategy. It might be self trust. Because one of the hardest parts in network marketing is not learning what to say, it's learning to trust yourself enough to say it. That is teaching point number one. A script cannot create confidence for you. A script can give you structure. A script can help you organize your thoughts. But if you do not trust your own voice, you will still sound nervous, over explain everything, and apologize for asking a question. And treat every no like someone just rejected your entire existence. Guilty. If we haven't met yet, my name is Leah. I help women rebuild trust in themselves, create more options, and build a life they genuinely enjoy. And self-trust matters in business because you are going to have to make decisions before you feel 100% certain. You are going to have to post something without knowing how it will perform. You are going to have to follow up without knowing what the other person will say. You are going to have to present an offer knowing somebody might say no. And if every unknown situation sends you into a spiral, business gets exhausting really fast. So let's talk about what confidence actually looks like. Confidence is not saying, I know everybody will buy from me. No, that would be delusion. Confidence is, I know I can handle the answer. Yes, cool. No, okay. Not right now? Got it. A question? Let's talk about it. Silence? I'll follow the system. Confidence is not control over somebody else's decision. Confidence is trust in your ability to handle the decision they make. That is a very different kind of power. Okay. The next thing I want to push, the next thing I want to watch, I want you to watch for is over explaining. When you're insecure about your offer, you will talk too much. Someone asks, what do you do? And suddenly you are giving them the company history, founder biography, product catalog, compensation plan, testimonial, 3 links, and a 12-minute voice note. Sis, they ask you what you do. Answer the question. Confidence sounds simpler. I help women create another option beside their job or whatever is true for your positioning. Then let them ask the next question. You do not have to dump the whole presentation on somebody because they are afraid they will disappear. That fear makes conversations heavy, okay? Another piece, another place lack of confidence shows up is copying somebody else's personality. You hear somebody on stage say, who's ready to retire their spouse? And now you're running around saying it even though it sounds nothing like you. Why? Because you assume their words created their success. And that's true. Success leaves clues. But you are missing the years of skill, repetition, reputation, audience, and confidence underneath those words. I want you to borrow frameworks. Do not borrow someone else's identity. If the message sounds weird coming out of your mouth, rewrite it until it sounds like you. Because the goal is not to become the best impersonation of your upline. The goal is to become clear enough in your own authority that somebody knows what you stand for. And this brings us to rejection. Oh my Lord. Network marketing will show you exactly where you have attached your worth to approval. Because a person saying no to your offer can suddenly feel like, I'm not good enough. I'm bad at this. They don't respect me. Nobody wants to work with me. Stop. I want y'all to stop. They said no to an offer. That is the information you have. Do not add an entire Netflix series to the story. Sometimes the answer is no because they are not interested. Sometimes the timing is wrong. Sometimes they need more information. Sometimes they don't trust the industry. Sometimes they don't have the money. Sometimes they simply do not want it, and they are allowed. Your job is not to make every no become a yes. Your job is to become strong enough to hear the truth and keep moving. That is where self trust starts changing your sales behavior. Okay. Now let's talk about confidence stacking, because I do not believe you build confidence by sitting around waiting to feel powerful. You build it through evidence. You make the post, receipt. You start the conversation, receipt. You ask the question, receipt. You do the presentation, receipt. You follow up, receipt. You receive it, you survive a no. That's a receipt. You answer a question better than you did last week, receipt. Every rep says, I can do hard things without abandoning myself. And that matters, especially if you have spent years people pleasing. Because people pleasing in business looks like avoiding the ask because you don't want to make somebody uncomfortable. Ooh, I just up some toad. Discounting because you're scared they will say no. Oh my gosh. Never following up, saying no worries before they even object. Trying to rescue everybody. Oh my Lord. Changing your standards every time someone has an opinion. You have to learn the difference between being respectful and making yourself disappear. You can be kind and clear. You can respect somebody's no and ask a direct question. You can sell without pressure. You can follow up without chasing. You can lead without controlling. That is a sweet spot. Here's a practical challenge I want you to do. For the next 7 days, create a confidence receipt list. At the end of every business day, write down 3 reps you completed, not results, reps. So that's I posted, I followed up, I started 2 conversations, I invited somebody to look, I explained the product clearly, I tracked my leads. Stop measuring your confidence only by how many people say yes. Because if yes is the only thing that counts, you will feel like a failure every time you're in the learning phase. Track the skills, track the reps, track the evidence, because confidence is not something somebody hands you. You stack it. And once you stop needing everybody's approval, selling becomes a lot lighter. Now, tomorrow, we need to talk about who you're actually talking to. Because confidence does not mean turning into a human billboard and pitching everybody who actually does make eye contact with you. Please do not do that. The next video is stop pitching everybody and who you should actually talk to. It's on the screen right now. Watch that next, because boundaries in network marketing are not just about protecting yourself. They also protect the people you're talking to. Peace. What the
That was
dog
close.
doing?
Is everybody all right? Come back again soon for another challenge.